If you're from the Midwest, or really anywhere in the northern part of the country, you're probably going to have to deal with some snow. This year in Wisconsin, we finally got a okay amount of snowfall. It's given me a perfect opportunity to show you the benefits of a Camso or similar track system. If you have an ATV or UTV and you want to get around in some snowy conditions, this video is for you. So what I have here are two basically same side-by-sides. These are both 2025 Honda Pioneer 1000 5-seaters. One of them has been fitted with a Honda cab system and a Camso Track Kit. This one over here is a 2025 Deluxe that is 100% stock, no windshield, no nothing. The first obvious difference is height. On average, a Camso system adds about 5 inches of ground clearance to your ride. In the case of these two Hondas, when I measured it out, it's about a 3-inch difference of increase in ride height on the red Honda here versus the stock one. Another thing where the tracks are a big benefit is in the flotation of the machine. You have approximately 2,500 square inches of surface area touching the ground, which if you're an ice fisherman, that is an excellent thing because that gives you a much safer unit to take out on early ice conditions or really any time throughout the year. Having a better flotation, having better contact area distributes your weight better on the ice and makes it safer. That also gives you much better traction in snow and muddy conditions. The Camso system is a system that can be used year-round. You don't need to wait for winter to have them. So if you're going through a lot of swamps or other scenarios where you're going to need ultimate traction, you can run these all year. One of the drawbacks, if you look at it that way, is you do reduce your top speed. You're still able to get about 2/3 of what your top speed normally is, but with that, it's given you a little bit of inherent gear reduction by putting on the track system that gives you a little bit better throttle control for those tricky situations where you really need that traction. Another benefit of the Camso track system is going to be a width increase. Now in certain areas like Wisconsin, the width is restricted to 65 inches. So having this track system on this machine puts you a little bit over with those width restrictions. The other side of that is this does make this machine not legal to drive on the trails, at least in our state. You'll want to check with your local laws. But if you're using this on your property, the nice thing is it makes it a lot more stable if you're side hilling or climbing in some really high camber situations. The stability of the machine is really a noticeable improvement when you have these installed. It's one thing for me to talk to you and tell you about the benefits and features. It's another thing for me to show you. I got a couple snowbanks over here that I can show you the difference between a wheeled machine versus a track machine. All right, I'm here at a pretty decent sized snowbank that we plowed up from the recent snowfall. You can see the machine right over here. Our snowbank is probably about this level on the machine. Now both these Honda Pioneers have a similar 4-wheel drive system where you have one-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive lock in the back, 4-wheel drive with a limited slip front, and then all 4 tires locked in. We're going to be running them the same way. I'm going to do a full diff lock on both machines and try to conquer this. Let's see what we can do. There we go. I think we're locked in now. I don't think we're going to get too far. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to be stuck if I continue to go any further, and I'm here by myself. Let's get the track system and see if we can actually tractor over that. All right, I'm inside the warmth of this nice little heated cab of the Honda Pioneer. I got no traffic, so I can go straight over onto the road. Let's see what happens. That wasn't even a chore. Man, that thing did it really easy. Let's try something a little bit more difficult. All right, this is the biggest pile of snow that I can find right now. You can see it's probably at least 5 feet tall at its peak there. This is all very soft stuff, so this is definitely a risk that I'm taking, especially since I'm here by myself. If I do get this stuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll have to figure something out to get it out of there, but I'm gonna take a risk and see if this thing can climb this. I'll try to grab the camera and show you what this looks like before I run it over, just to kind of give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. You can see here we have a pretty sharp end to it. I'm gonna try to hit it from this side because it is a little bit more ramped up. But again, this snow is actually pretty soft, and hopefully I can stay fairly centered and not tip to one side as I go over this. We'll see. Maybe I'll be backing out of it, hitting the abort button, but hopefully I can climb right over this guy. So I'm trying to get this thing to lock. Right now it is not locking in the front end. It's being a little lazy. Well, let's see what we can do. I can't see the front. I'm definitely high centered. And I am turning, so that ain't good. A little bit of slippage. Maybe we knocked that down a little bit. Let's see what we can do now. I don't want to dig a hole. We are locked in finally. This is a little bit scary. Because of the angle I'm at, but there we go. Let's readjust and give it another shot. Hell yeah, look at that. I gotta get a picture of this. This is a good thumbnail. See how far I sink into the snow now. This was a bad idea. Whoop. So at this point, about the only thing I'm afraid of is this sudden drop, especially on this side. We're gonna give it a shot though. I think we can make it. This thing's got some cojones. Nice and easy, baby. Man, not bad at all. Holy crap. I ended up driving over that hill numerous times. My thought process was, if I can pack this down enough, maybe, just maybe, I could get the blue wheeled machine over the same hill. It didn't take long to realize that this thing was just not up to the task. I tried a couple different attempts, and both times, I just sunk down. Since I was there by myself, I really didn't feel like getting this thing stuck. So I decided to park it next to the snowbank and let it watch as the red one conquered it yet again. For those of you that watched my U-Force 800 XL video, this will look familiar to you. It's amazing what you can do when you have a little bit more ground clearance and a lot more traction. I ended up driving the Pioneer around the back lot for a while. I really wanted to get a feel for how this thing handles if you're out in an open field or doing other things with it. Although tracks are fun, and I do enjoy having them this time of year. There is one thing the track system cannot do as good as a wheeled machine. Well, there you have it. Camso tracks on the Honda Pioneer 1000, way superior to its standard form. If you need to go over some crazy amounts of snow, through any kind of crazy swamps, mud situations, or anything else. I like this system. We've been a dealer for them for a long time. You can get parts for them very easily. They're a 4-season system, and they do a hell of a nice job. But there are other track systems out on the market, so if you're looking for something else, definitely do a Google search. I think Mad Tracks is another system that's out there. I don't have any experience with them myself, but definitely do your research before making the purchase. These things come in at around $6,600 if my memory serves me correctly. I'll have the actual price down below. That does not include any installation. They fit over 300 different machines. You can get them for ATVs, side-by-sides, various sizes and displacements. I know they have a smaller system for smaller displacement ATVs as well. A few years ago we tried them out, and they're smaller, they're narrower, but they actually still do a very good job. This really impresses me. You got to consider this Pioneer, the way it's fitted out, weighs over a ton. So this is, let's say it's a 2,200 pound machine or so, and it's able to do this kind of stuff. That's the size of a small car, really, as far as weight goes. But that extra flotation that you get with having a track system on it is really impressive. So anyway, I hope you guys got some education out of this, if at the very least a little bit of entertainment. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe for more content for down the road. I like doing these kinds of videos. This is a fun way to spend an afternoon after work. So let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see from the channel. And again, don't forget to enjoy the ride. Thank you. Another handy thing about these tracks is it makes it a heck of a lot easier to clean your windshield. Just don't stand in the middle of the rubber. Voila.